Warning: the topics and themes discussed in this video revolve around discussions of violent acts and concepts not suitable for YouTube guidelines or viewers under the age of 18. All information found in this video was from publicly available sources online. None of what I am about to discuss should be taken as fact and should only be interpreted as pure speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. XXXTENTACION is an artist who needs no introduction. From his chaotic and controversial life to his untimely and divisive death, X has managed to be one of the most polarizing artists in both underground and mainstream music scenes. I remember being in high school first listening to Take a Step Back with Ski Mask the Slump God and being immediately interested in this new wave of aggressive, distorted rap music. While XXXTENTACION wasn't my first introduction into the SoundCloud era of underground rap music and not my favorite artist of that era, I was still at one point a regular listener of his early work. Something that has always intrigued me about X was his ability to blend multiple genres and sounds, as well as the many releases he made in his time, both released and unreleased. One entry that had caught my attention a couple years ago was one particular EP from X, and the mystery and sort of urban legend surrounding it. So in tonight's video, we'll be taking a look and diving into the history and details for Red Light District, the most mysterious, lost XXXTENTACION EP. From what we know, Red Light District was a scrapped EP that X had been working on around sometime in 2015, shortly after the completion of another scrapped EP titled Heartbreak Hotel. Red Light District would follow the dark themes found in other releases by X during this time, such as violence, depression, misanthropy, and more. While not much is really known about the EP as it's never been discussed in depth aside from speculation and rumors, the information we do have is enough to piece together at least some of the concepts of the EP as well as what it was meant to sound like. From info available online, Red Light District's runtime and track listing is debated. Depending on the sources that detail information about the EP, you will find a few different variations in the track listing. Online music encyclopedia Genius lists the EP containing the tracks Love Interlude, Rolling by Yawns featuring XXXTENTACION, Number 1, Erotica, and Red, whereas various Reddit posts I found list the tracks as The Red Light Lie / The Devil's Playground, Red Light District, Love Interlude, and Red. So for the sake of covering everything we know about the EP, I will be discussing all available information on the songs. I want to thank the community users of Genius as well as all the Reddit users discussing the release for compiling the information provided, as this video would not be possible without it.
Let it go. She can't let it go.
One of the speculated first tracks we will talk about is known as The Red Light Lie. Alternatively titled The Devil's Playground Intro, the track runs for close to 2 minutes in length and only features a strange, creeping, droning beat as X repeats the phrase, "She can't let it go." The most popular version of the song on YouTube features this eerie image of a swing set in the middle of the night, surrounded by some sort of heavy fog, rain, or snow, which really adds to the vibe of this track. Originally, it was speculated that this song was actually the fourth track titled Red, which we will get into later, and that The Devil's Playground was the track lost to time. However, the aforementioned YouTube video was eventually found just sitting on the website since 2019. It is also speculated that this was not the full song, possibly due to the length of the track, as well as the way the vocals seem to cut off and loop back abruptly. But fans of X have come to the conclusion that this is the full track after analyzing some of X's older tweets.
She can't let it go.
Red Light District is one of the speculated second tracks. Only the instrumental currently exists for this track, which runs 3 minutes and 53 seconds in length. Nothing else is known about this track, and no information of known themes or concepts are available anywhere currently. Rolling is another entirely lost track and was a collaboration between producer Jans and X. The only information known about the track is that an unfinished version of the song had been released a few days prior to the final version that was released only for a short time in January 2015. Both versions of the track were deleted and remain lost at the time of recording. Going off of information provided by X himself on Twitter, it is possible that number 1 would have been the definitive second track on Red Light District, at least at some point. The only information known is that the track most likely would have sampled the song Gymnopédie number 1 by French composer and pianist Eric Satie. Some speculated that the track may have just been an instrumental and would not have featured any vocals, though I couldn't find any information to back this up. Another lost song mentioned is the track Erotica. This is the only song I could not find hardly any information on. X had made a tweet mentioning that Erotica was meant to be the first track on the EP. There is also a Reddit post from 5 years ago where a user states that the song was most likely never recorded, so it's entirely possible that it never existed in any way at all. Love is another track that was going to be on the EP, and the only other song from the release that is available in its entirety. The track was found and purchased through a group buy from members of the XXXTENTACION community. Original rumors suggested that this would have been the darkest track on the album, though when it was finally uploaded to YouTube in 2019, it turned out to not be as dark as fans had originally speculated, though still featuring a slow, sludgy, and heavy atmosphere. The final track of Red Light District would potentially prove different though. The final track of Red Light District, simply titled Red in all caps, would be where much of the mystery and sort of urban legend of Red Light District comes from, which in turn makes it one of, if not the most requested song from X's catalog. It is said that the track ran 2 minutes in length, and rumors started to circulate that Red was one of the worst songs ever written in terms of concept and theming. It is said that the final song would feature lyrical themes such as rape, violence against women, X dissing his mother, and hoping that Satan himself would return to Earth to wipe out all of humanity, amongst other horrible things. There were also claims that the instrumental for the song would have been the instrumental for Red Dot Music by Mac Miller, though it was proven false by X through a tweet made on February 22nd, 2015. It is said that all of X's friends and collaborators, as well as people who have listened to the song, refuse to talk about it. However, it is/was believed to only be in possession of X's producers and their direct family. It is alleged that producer PRXZ had uploaded the song under a different name, Soul Eater, to SoundCloud and or YouTube at some point before deleting it shortly after. Around the time of the track's supposed re-upload, fans had discovered that this had actually been a lost song, and it is alleged that this is where the discussion of Red had either started or picked up in popularity shortly after. It is also alleged that PRXZ had flown into a rage when asked about the song. Producer and ex-collaborator Jans had also originally refused to talk about the song for unknown reasons, but briefly mentioned it kinda on an Instagram live and is considered the source of saying that it's the worst song ever written. However, upon further investigation, it appears that Jans has had a history of awful behavior, scamming fans, asking for rare X songs, among other horrible things, so take everything with a grain of salt. Supposedly, Red has been attempted to be uploaded many other times as well, though all have been taken down, leading it to be believed that either YouTube/SoundCloud's copyright systems or someone from X's team actively taking them down, wanting this song and EP to remain lost forever, which would make sense considering X's estate is managed by his mother, Cleopatra Bernard, who probably wouldn't want a song dissing her and mentioning some fucked up things from her son being released publicly. In my opinion, a lot of this information on Red kinda reads like a bad creepypasta, but it could have some merit to it considering it falling in line with a lot of material that did come from X when he was alive, though it seems the true story behind the song is much more mundane. In 2021, it was discovered through a leak after Jans' email was hacked that Red may in fact have been just an updated re-release version of The Devil's Playground that was released on February 16, 2015 before being taken down 4 days before Red was released. It was confirmed that the two songs may have been the same when an earlier version of the cover art was discovered, along with the SoundCloud description reading, "She Can't Let It Go." Overall, it is confirmed that Red and the entire EP as a whole were public at one point, with it being said that X had uploaded the EP to SoundCloud for about 20 minutes before scrapping it, much like Heartbreak Hotel. While SoundCloud links for some of the songs do exist, they obviously lead to nowhere. Since much of the information regarding Red Light District is shrouded in an air of mystery and creepypasta-esque urban myth, we may never truly know what the EP sounded like or what it was about entirely, leaving room for rumors and hearsay to slowly creep in. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if I missed any pieces of information, let me know in the comments down below. This video was just something to tide everyone over while I work on releasing part 4 of the horror game Lost Media Iceberg, which will be out soon. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. This has been Yoshimi, and have a good night.